Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. We're taking a look at Nimrod today, my latest rank 4, and what we're going to do today is we're essentially going to get him a little team, take him into a quest, and just see how he performs, talk a little bit about his abilities, and again, just get a feel for the champion and what you can realistically expect out of them at rank 4 in the content that we have today. So I'm going to be going into an Act 7 quest. And again, really happy with this rank 4. I know a lot of people are very hyped on a Mega Sentinel, but personally, I really think Nimrod is the play for me. I enjoy playing him. He has good prestige. He's not top 3, but he's in the top 10. He has a really good scaling on his signature ability. Essentially, Cam, I'm sure you guys are familiar with from 4Loki, posted the math, but essentially you get a 90% increase to your damage at Sig 200, which is a lot. It's almost 2x your damage because you're almost up to 100%, obviously. So yeah, great scaling on the Sig ability, definitely not regretting the investment. But let's go ahead and get straight into a quest here. I've already picked one out for us to try. Just kind of take a look at the path, test them in some different matchups, and also take down a boss, hopefully. So that's the plan for today. I'm going to do kind of a one take, taking Nimrod into the quest and taking on some different matchups. So some of these will be really ideal for his kit, some of them will not be so ideal for his kit, but we're going to see what we can get done here with Nimrod and kind of talk about his abilities. So right off the bat, I'm sure you guys are somewhat familiar with this, but he has 2 modes. Just go take a look at those really quick. He has Titan mode and Blitz mode. So I think of Titan as the shield mode and Blitz is the shock mode. So basically what we're going to do in most matchups in an ideal rotation is build up as many armor ups as possible in the shield mode, Titan mode if you will, and then go for the special 1 to get a really long, well, because of my signature ability, you'll see the signature ability here, 35% duration on the effects, so a really long energize and energy vulnerability, and then throw off an SP2 and finish him. For the path today, essentially just increases the potency of your debuffs after you knock them down, and you remove it by intercepting. So we're going to start with some knockdowns on this Ronin. Again, not a mutant matchup. I hear a lot of people say that Nimrod is only good against mutants, so we're putting that to the test right off the bat. Are there champions that might be better for this? Yeah, I'm sure there would be. Alright, we got some knockdowns. Dex this. Right now, I'm just going to try to parry a couple times. Parry once more. Maybe get to 9 with charges. Go into Blitz mode. Now I'm going to throw this off. We had 10 protocol charges, which means we're going to go into Eradicate, which is the nuclear mode, if you will. I've got the super long energize and the super long energy vulnerability. We're going to throw this off. You see there big damage coming off of that. He's already down to half health. Dex that really quickly. I'm going to parry. Keep trying to build up while we still have the energize. We're going to get this off while we still have energy vulnerability up for the most part, which is pretty huge. Another big burst of damage. Now we're going to just go in and finish him with combos, I think. If we want to, we can throw off this special, get some energy vulnerability while we're still in Titan mode, and just finish him off with a heavy. So let's look at the hit count on this fight. 71 hits in Act 4. Not a mutant, no class advantage. I think that's pretty good damage output. So let me know what you guys think, but I don't think that he's necessarily only good against mutants. I think if they were shock immune, he would struggle. But let's move on. And before we take this Sauron, just want to talk a little bit about the team. The only synergy we really have here is the metal synergy, a little bit of damage from white mags, and a little bit of a boost to our specials for every defeated mutant in our path from Kitty. So now we're going to go into a pretty ideal matchup, which is a mutant that has either prowess or regen. So let's see how this pans out. I'm going to try to get into my Blitz mode early and start removing prowess so that Sauron doesn't get up to any shenanigans. And let's get after it. So again, I'm going to end in a light, kind of like you would with Claire. get into blitz mode. I'm already up to 9 protocol charges. Now I'm going to start ending with mediums. See, we're getting lots of shocks. Dex out of that. And now I'm going to throw off this SP1, get my energy vulnerability. You see every hit is removing prowess, and the shocks are amped up by the paradox. Power drain's putting in work, and he's not really getting any specials. We're going to go for this SP2, and this should honestly finish the fight. You're going to see a ton of damage coming off of it, and there you go. So, Act 7, the beefiest health pools around, and mutants, if you have the right matchup, 38 hits. Absolute nuke. So yeah, definitely good against mutants. Now, this is one matchup, I would say, probably just because of how Quake plays, bring a different champion. So we're going to go in here with Cable, show off kind of what he can bring to this quest real quick. Again, this is a really fun team. I use this team for a lot of paths in this act, just because it is so strong. And you're going to see the debuff potency here for... Oh, got a concussion on us. Not great. You're going to see these debuffs really skyrocket. Cable is awesome for this path, in all honesty. But obviously just want to nuke through these fights here and try to use Nimrod as much as possible. Okay, she's halfway dead. See, our degens are ticking pretty heavily here. Throw one more off. That should finish her. That's just Dex. Alright. Not too bad. Obviously, Cable awesome for this path as well. And now let's get back to the Nimrod gameplay. We're going to show off another one of his kind of signature features, which is not caring about ability accuracy reduction. So obviously metal, he's going to be magnetized here. Also going to try to take a lot of specials on the block just to kind of show off his tankiness. So I am going to try to build armor ups here at the start with some parries. He's got 6. Against mutants, you're building those up a lot faster. Go for a knockdown here, why not? Now we're going to enter blitz mode and start hitting him. So we've got 12 armor ups. We're going to start removing his prowess, which is obviously going to do a lot of damage. Now we're going to throw out the SP1, get some nice energize and energy vulnerability. Try to bait this out, let the cowardice kick in, get a parry here, try to remove some prowess, that'll feed our tight mode, keep us in it longer. Now we've got this while the energy vulnerability is up, doing a ton of damage. You'll see there's 6k per tick, 9k on some of those ticks. We're going to just keep pushing, try to stay in tight mode. And that should just about finish him. So again, really cool ability to just kind of not care about ability accuracy reduction and also just keep nuking through a champion with a pretty beefy health pool and not take a lot of damage doing it. Okay, so let's... Nick Fury, pretty bad matchup for Nimrod. You can do it, wouldn't recommend it. And this is why you pick some other champions for your team as well. Get a couple intercepts, remove some of these... Oh! That's not good. It's okay though. Got some naked intercepts here. All he's got bars of power, always a little scary. Pulling it off pretty well today though. Okay. Alright, so now we've got 8 charges to play with. We'll just bait some heavies. Throw a couple of these. And that should honestly be enough to finish him. We'll throw one more. Push it to SP2 with another little intercept. I mean, he should die here from these degens. And now we can move on. So again, I like to be realistic, and realistically, you could use Nimrod for those fights, but why? There's other champions that are better for them. Let's just show realistically how you'd go through a quest like this. And we're still going to use Nimrod for more than half the fights and the boss, so you don't have to make any swaps, can bring plenty of synergies for other champions. Again, which I think is part of what makes the champion pretty awesome. So we're at 11 protocol charges, or paradox charges, so we're going to need to land some intercepts, so let's do that. Nice. Let's go for this. Get that energy vulnerability, and again, that energize, really start building up some specials here. Try to get this out of Domino. And another little intercept. See, Domino's being stingy. See, I just took that in the block and did not take a lot of damage. Okay, we're gonna take some hits here, that's okay. Throw this off. Gonna heal some of this back, get some burst damage. Again, we all make mistakes in a quest. Nice to see whether you can take a hit or not. At least that's what I tell myself. So again, we're out of our rotation here. Domino's kind of being pretty annoying. But again, we're still fine. Building up some of our Titan charges by parrying in this mode, because you can do both. Parry this for one more charge. Now we're going to get back into our rotation. Again, we didn't play this well. We're back up to 72% health. You'll notice that healing from the special 3 really kind of starts to kick in. It's more potent than what you might originally think. And now we're going to throw this with 18 armor ups. The shock damage should be pretty nuts here. Yeah, 7k, 7k, 8k numbers in there. I mean, really powerful ticks of shock damage, and Domino's down, and we still walk out of there with most of our health, right? So mistakes were made, but Nimrod tanked them all. So now we'll move on to the boss. Okay, so we're going to take down this Sabertooth, skip the choice, we don't need it, and let's just try to execute here. So again, Sabertooth is an ideal matchup. He's got regens that are really going to help us ramp up our Titan charges and nuke him down. So let's get in there, get into blitz mode, and start removing his regens. We will parry a couple times just to get some armors going, but that is one of the nice things about the Kitty synergy. We kind of get charges just from him having the regens on him. So this boss, not the hardest boss in Act 7, but can kind of be annoying. You basically just don't want to get hit by a special. We're going to be removing all these regens. He can't be heal reversed here, but we can just remove them all, which is almost equally as nice. And now we're building up to our SP2. I'm going to parry once. Throw this off just under the SP3. Huge special damage. Bait out another special. Now we're going back in. Titan mode is just getting fed by his regens. And we're back to another Titan mode special 2. 10k, 9k, 9k. I mean, huge damage ticks. Now we're just going to go in, and he's probably going to die to the shocks. So, all in all, great stuff from Nimrod, I would say, for this path. And I used him on a lot of paths, honestly, in 7.4. At rank 3, obviously not rank 4. So, a lot of fun to go back in here and test him out. And just like that, you've made it through a path itemless, using 2 champions and a couple synergy champions. So, pretty awesome. I'm going to exit out, not waste the energy there. Yeah, let's just go close out looking at Nimrod here in all his marshmallow glory. I hope you guys enjoyed this style of video. Again, just going in and taking a realistic look at a champion and a team that you could put together for a path and kind of highlighting a specific champion, in this case Nimrod. Let me know in the comments if you did enjoy this style of video. We can do more of these. We can take a champion and a team into a path and just say, like, how would I take this path with this champion? Talk about their abilities a little bit and see how they stack up against a certain level of content. If you guys did enjoy this video, I would really appreciate it if you left a like, subscribed. Really means a lot to me, but regardless, I appreciate you being here, appreciate you watching, and as always, I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.